our keynote speaker was elected as the MLA for Maple Ridge Pitt Meadows in May of 2017. She works to promote and strengthen BC's dynamic tourism industry, which includes art, culture, and sport, to ensure that these sectors continue to thrive throughout British Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please help me welcome BC's Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Lisa Beare.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Anita, for the very warm and kind introduction. I'd also like to begin by acknowledging that we are on the traditional territories of the Katzie, the Kwantlen, Semiahmoo, and Tsawwassen First Nations. And I'd like to take a moment to say a welcome and thank you for attending to Marvin Hunt and Stephanie Cadieux as well, my colleagues from the legislature. I know Stephanie in particular has been a strong advocate for the arts over the years. I've met with her many times to discuss arts in her community, and so I really appreciate that my colleagues are taking the time to come out and celebrate arts and culture here in Surrey and indeed across the province as well. And thank you, Councillor Locke, for attending as well. I think it is absolutely fantastic that the Surrey Board of Trade has created these awards, and I'm really honored and thrilled to be a part of it. These are an opportunity to recognize all of the people and businesses in Surrey that make it such a great place to live. When businesses are looking at investing in BC, they're looking for complete communities. They're looking for places that their employees can call home. And arts and culture are a part of that. They bring our communities to life. They help us connect, and they help us form a part of our critical identity. For too long, there was a lack of investment in the arts here in BC, and that meant that artists struggled to get by. And we're taking a different approach. We believe that a vibrant arts culture, or arts sector rather, makes life better for people here in BC. And we're committed to supporting a healthy and vibrant arts and culture scene all across the province in every community. On the screen behind me, there'll be a few images of some of the incredible festivals, events, and arts groups that we've supported here in BC's communities. These pictures illustrate some of the amazing talent of BC's artists and how investments in the arts help them inspire and engage people in their work. I don't know if you know this, but actually BC has more artists per capita than any other province in the country. So that's something we should absolutely celebrate. And we want to make life better for people. And part of doing that is working every day to make life more affordable. We've made historic investments in childcare that help parents save up to $15,000 per year per child. We've done historic investments in housing, $7 billion over 10 years. And these are investments in art. These are investments in culture. We want to make sure that BC's artists are able to afford to live where they work. We want to make sure that they can afford to choose BC and their communities. We're making these investments because we believe in putting people first. And I'm so excited about the work we're doing to enrich communities here in BC. You know, when Premier Morgan put the ministry together, he composed it as tourism, arts, culture, sport, and multiculturalism. And personally, I think that was a brilliant choice to make, a great thing to do, because they all connect. Every part of my ministry touches one another. Arts connect with sport, they connect with tourism, they connect with multiculturalism. So having them all under the umbrella of one ministry gives us that opportunity to leverage each amazing event, again, with the other sectors, to make sure that we're really celebrating tourism, we're really celebrating arts, we're really celebrating culture here in BC. I'm going to take a minute to highlight some of the key initiatives that our ministry is leading. We've been investing in tourism in every corner of our province to create jobs and support local economies. We want to make sure that people are coming to BC to support our artists, to support our festivals, to support the culture events that we have. We had 6.1 million international visitors who visited BC last year, and that's continuing to grow. And we're continuing to support that. We're continuing to support arts and culture with direct investments as well. Our $7.5 million investment in Amplify BC opens the doors for musicians and industry professionals to thrive, to create more opportunities for people to enjoy the vibrant, thriving music scene here in BC. We want to make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to participate through sport. And that's why we announced here in Surrey, actually in Holly Park a few weeks ago with the Premier, a $2.5 million investment in kids sport. We want to make sure that regardless of your background or your family situation, that every child has the ability to play and to thrive. We know this is true for the arts as well. We've invested in the after-school sport and arts initiative, programs that allow sport, physical activities, and arts for kids who face a variety of barriers in entering programs. We're supporting 76 community groups across the province who are delivering projects that help them strengthen multiculturalism and to fight against racism. Our government's vision is to create an inclusive society where diverse population can participate freely and fully in the economic, social, and most importantly, the cultural life here in BC. We believe that improving diversity is part of the BC Arts Council's new mandate. They have 4 new strategic directions. First, they're going to be supporting creative development for a wide range of artists. And then that is going to include ensuring that we have improved diversity all across the province and access to our arts. We're putting reconciliation with Indigenous peoples into action through arts and culture. We're going to be collaborating with Indigenous communities to make our policies and our programs and our outreach more accessible and more inclusive. We want to improve equity, diversity, and access to the arts. And this means we're working with several underserved communities to make sure that they get greater funding opportunities. And we want to increase support for regional artists because we know that each region's artistic community is unique and diverse. No area of the province is the same. As the minister, I get to see firsthand how arts and culture enhance our communities, how they enhance our lives. As I tour around BC, I get to see how BC's artists are the backbone behind our fascinating museums, our impressive art galleries, our lively festivals. And that's why our government has significantly increased the funding for arts here in BC. In Budget 2019, we invested an additional $15 million over 3 years to the BC's Art Council. And that's in addition to the $15 million we invested in Budget 18-19 as well. This is the second time in 2 years that our government has made substantial increase to the Arts Council here in BC. We'll be awarding $34 million in grants to help BC artists and cultural professionals in more than 200 communities. A strong arts presence makes communities like Surrey a great place to live, to work, to raise a family, and to come visit. And since 2017, 60 artists and arts groups in Surrey have received nearly $1 million in funding through the BC Arts Council. Groups like the Canadian Women in Art Society that organize the Surrey Latin Festival. This festival is a celebration of Latin culture, food, dance, folklore, and music. We've also supported Now or Never Publishing, who's relocated to this community from Vancouver last year. We funded the Surrey Art Gallery, which is engaging with youth through their innovative after-school program called STEAM Art Lab. Yeah, very cool. We're also provided funding to the Museum of Surrey, which reopened its doors as an expanded community hub this September. We're supporting groups like these who are working hard to build Surrey's wonderful, vibrant, diverse community. Our government is proud to support the arts because we know the impact they have. You just have to look around the room and the excitement and engagement in everyone's faces. It's people like you, people here in this room, that make these projects come to life. And I want to truly thank each and every single one of you for recognizing that, for taking the time out of your day to be here, for participating in the arts and culture sector, for understanding how important it is to our province and to the people here of BC. Arts groups need all of our support. And we encourage all of you today to go support your local arts and culture events after you leave this room, because you're already supporting it here, but get out and do some more, of course. They're going to entertain you. They're going to inspire you. They're going to make your life better. Today, we're celebrating the people and businesses that are making Surrey better through the arts. And Surrey certainly has a lot of artistic experience to be proud of. And it's truly an honor to be here amongst people whose passion and commitment and talent to the arts enrich our province, that enrich Surrey. I want to thank all of the artists and arts and culture administrators and businesses in the room today for your dedication. And I want to congratulate all of you and all of today's nominees and winners. Thank you for making our communities a better place through arts and culture. And thank you for taking the time to celebrate it here in Surrey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Minister Beare. So ladies and gentlemen, just to tell you a little bit more about Minister Beare's speech and the province's vision, please take a look at our newspaper at each of your place settings on page 18. And we always dedicate a page in this paper to arts, culture, tourism. It goes out to 15,000 businesses. It is Surrey's only business publication with additional drop-off locations. So thank you so much. Another round of applause for Minister Beare. So Minister, I'm just going to ask you to stay on stage. And also ask Marlene Graziano of Portland Polytechnic University to form the receiving line, because the next portion of our program this morning is the presentation of the third Surrey Arts and Business Award winners. So we received over 50 nominations, and to delineate everyone into 3 finalists that are also at each of your place settings with a description was so difficult, because as the minister said, there is so much talent right here in Surrey. Every nominee was evaluated based upon their positive impact to Surrey, the number of people they served, their history and achievement in performances, exhibits, commissions, and fellowships, and of course their artistic and professional affiliations. The process for this morning's presentations are, I'm going to be announcing each of the finalists, asking them to stand at their table, telling you a little bit about them. Then the winner will be announced, and then the winner will go through the receiving line, quick photo op, and the winner only has 30 seconds for an acceptance speech. 30 seconds. So, let's begin. The first award will be given in the legacy category. And what that is, it's awarded for a rich and enlightening career in the arts. This individual or business may be celebrating a milestone anniversary or capping off a long career in the creative economy industry right here in Surrey. Ultimately, Surrey is more vibrant for their long-standing contributions. And the finalists are, number 1, Terry Armitage. Terry opened Accent Guitar Studio and Canopy Productions in Surrey in 1983. Since then, Accent has grown as a staple in Surrey's creative economy. His students range from 6 years to 85 years old. His contributions are many, including developing a pilot program for troubled teens at the Walla Youth Centre, working as a mentor for the City of Surrey Band-Aid program, working as a member of the Registry of Guitar Tutors, and helping to set the standards in guitar education across Canada. Working with the BC Ministry of Education as well to set up external music credits for grades 10 to 12. And he's written several guitar books, some of which have reached the bestseller list in the United Kingdom. Again, Terry Armitage. Second, Davinder Handel. accident occurred, leaving him blind. However, this did not stop him from pursuing his passion for music. He arrived in Canada 40 years ago and has been teaching students from all over the region, specifically in Surrey, because of its thriving South Asian population. Devinder's ability to identify talent at the first encounter is well known. Through his 40 years of teaching music, he has taught thousands of students, many of them winning awards internationally. Devinder has also performed at the Bell Performing Arts Centre, the Surrey Arts Centre, and at many Surrey events. Ladies and gentlemen, Devinder. You may be seated. Our next finalist is Chris Thornley. Chris is a talented artist and musician dedicated to the growth and appreciation of Surrey's creative industry. Not only did he make Surrey home to his creative agency for almost 39 years, he has spent countless hours volunteering his time on community boards and sharing his musical talent throughout our great city. He may have retired from the 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. agency life last year, but he has no plans to stop contributing to arts in Surrey. In fact, he spent even more time, I recognize, in supporting arts and music. He works closely, of course, with the Surrey Food Bank, Surrey Library, Surrey Arts Centre, including their Stand Up for the Arts campaign. His art, in various forms, has supported business and not-for-profit organizations, really helping Surrey grow as a creative destination. Chris Thornley. Now, the awards that we are giving out tonight, or this morning, to the winners are by local artist, glass-blowing artist Robert Parks. You may have heard of him. And his work is simply amazing, and we hope the winners will enjoy the awards forever. And the winner is Chris Thornley.
Yeah, I'll get in a minute. That's a nice look.
Excuse me.
Quick, I want to make a couple of points. You may not know this, but I have made Surrey my home since 1970.
Wow.
And been moved around a few times, but that's where I'm from. I met my beautiful wife in beautiful downtown Wally, 48 years ago. And
wow.
Wonder she's still with me. I want to make a point about the value of the arts. I have the privilege of being the chairman for the Coalition for Music Education in British Columbia. And sometimes people think that it has to be an either-or situation. You know, we had a slogan about trying to keep music in the schools, and we wanted people to think of, instead of the 3 R's, to think of the 3 A's. And they were academics, athletics, and the arts. And in my view, all of these things are very important. One is not more important than the other, and they can enhance each other. You made a comment about how art and athletics can intersect in a cultural event. That's exactly what happened. Remember when we had the Summer Games in Surrey? It was all of those things combined. So the last point I want to make is we need more people like Anita Huberman and the Surrey Board of Trade. We need to have those voices that speak out for the arts, not just for the arts, but interests that serve the city of Surrey. Not politically based only on this is what the community wants. So I'd like to thank you, Anita.
Congratulations again. The next category is the Cultural Ambassador Award, given to an individual or business that has significantly contributed to Surrey's arts and culture community, raising its visibility. And the finalists are, number 1, Charan Nixon. Charan Nixon started as a volunteer coordinator with the Surrey Children's Festival, signing up hundreds of festival volunteers. She then joined the board of the Royal Canadian Theatre Company, eventually becoming its president. Under her guidance, the Royal Canadian Theatre Company was able to gain financial strength, secure stable rehearsal space, and create a strong functioning theatre company with significant community impact. It really has grown. Shara was instrumental in fundraising, strategic planning, financial and legal assistance, capacity building, my goodness, and foundational support, giving the theatre company the space it needed to create live theatre productions. Ladies and gentlemen, Shara Nixon. Our second finalist in the Cultural Ambassador Award category is Renée Saklikar. Renée's role as the first Poet Laureate in Surrey from 2015 to 2018 was significant because it built support and awareness to literary arts in Surrey. She continues to inspire and nurture young writers through her work as the 2019 Surrey English Teachers Association Writer in Residence, offering workshops to teens in high schools throughout our city. She demonstrates her passion for connecting people of all ages and backgrounds through poetry. She mentors diverse writers and writing groups, including the Cedar Park Poets and Newton Grove. In addition, she mentors residents at the Surrey Pretrial Services Center, very unique, helping to break down barriers to bring people together to share in the joys of storytelling and writing. Again, Renée Saklikar. And our final finalist in this category is Amarjeet Singh Babana. Amarjeet is an ambassador for Canada's cultural diversity, music, and art. He is a bridge that joins people of different cultural traditions in their love of music and art. He is the founder of the Nod Foundation, a musical and cultural training and exposition center that helps troubled youth to stay away from drugs and gang violence through music and arts. He promotes music, inspires, teaches exceptionally talented young students. The Nod Foundation has cultivated local talent and represents Canada's cultural diversity at many international events in countries such as the United States, Uzbekistan, and Germany. And last year, the Nod Foundation, his group also performed at a Canucks game. Wow. Again, Amarjeet Babana. And the winner is Renée Saklikar.
And I want to thank this amazing organization, the Surrey Board of Trade. I want to thank the Surrey Libraries and this little program that could, the Surrey Poet Laureate program, the first in our city. What an incredible honor to be the very first Poet Laureate. I am moved to tears, which is not very professional at a big business meeting. And I want to thank each of the finalists in this room. Reading your biographies is truly humbling. I've had the privilege of working with many of you in this room. Anita, you are a powerhouse. And to be on the stage with a minister and a beloved person at KPU, honestly, I can't thank all of you enough. A special shout out to Heidi Greco, who had the vision for the Surrey Poet Laureate program, to Surinder Bogle and Megan Savage of Surrey Libraries, and to all of you who make Surrey a city of yes. Thank you so much.
I love that phrase, Surrey, a city of yes. I gotta use that. Our next award category is the Philanthropy Award, presented to an individual or business that have generously contributed to arts and culture through grants, donations, or other investments. And our first finalist in this category is Charan. Parminder has always come across with a strong passion and vision for helping others and making a difference. His heartfelt humanitarian work easily displays the characteristics and attributes of a philanthropist to the community at large. He has created jobs for over 500 individuals who are new to the country since 2000. His philanthropic beneficiaries include the BC Cultural Academy, the Surrey Food Bank, and the BC Children's Hospital Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, Parminder Charan. Our next finalist is Charan Sethi. Sethi and the TM Share group of companies have been strong supporters through Surrey, particularly in Whalley. Through his efforts in partnership with others, Whalley was recognized and created as a historic district. His support of the Flamingo Square Arts Initiative and his integration of supporting live music has been instrumental in making Surrey a Music City destination. Charan is a leader in his support of arts, music, theater, education, and cultural experiences by building spaces today and into the future that enhance cultural livability in Surrey. Ladies and gentlemen, Charan Sethi. And our final finalist is Jim Trimble. Jim Trimble contributes to Surrey's performing arts industry through his work with the Surrey Vaudevillains, formed in 2002, where he served as the resident master of ceremonies for all of their performances. The Vaudevillains started with a small group of seniors offering a vibrant ensemble of dance, music, song, and comedy. He helped establish the organization as a registered charity and was responsible for establishing a bursary for art students in 2016. In 2016, he founded the Naked Stage Production Society and continues to serve as its president. Naked Stage performs a handful of plays in Surrey each year at the Newton Cultural Centre. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Trimble. And the award goes to Charan Sethi.
Thank you so much, Renée, and everybody in this room. It's a really humbling experience. I've been working in Whalley for about 12 years now. And what I see in Whalley and what I see in Surrey as a whole is so much love and so much drive. Is unbelievable. I want to thank everybody who's involved in bringing Whalley up and Surrey as a whole, as a city. I really want to recognize Anita for all that she does for the business community. Let's give her a big applause, please. I often ask myself, how does she do it? And she's at almost every event, twice a day sometimes. I don't know. Please let me know what your diet is. But it is absolutely an amazing experience working amongst all the people here. And I'd like to recognize somebody very special here that has come and joined us, Rob Appleton from the Sarah McLaughlin School of Music. And they also do absolutely phenomenal work. I don't think they get enough recognition, but we want to make sure people like that get recognized, and then everybody else, because a city is not one person's responsibility. I think it's everybody's responsibility. And I think if we all do our little bit, we'll be in a better world. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Charan. And we look forward to the expansion of the Sarah McLaughlin School of Music. We brought Sarah to Surrey about 5 years ago when they brought the program to our city. So we're looking forward to that. The next category is the Arts and Innovation Award, awarded for originality, ingenuity, and resourcefulness within the creative sector, which includes music, dance, visual art, and literature. And the first finalist is the Brotherhood Dance Crew. They were founded by Scott Forsyth in the basement of a Surrey church in 2011. Brotherhood is a 15-member, all-male hip-hop group incorporating storytelling in their performances, known for being one of the most entertaining and synchronized dance crews in the world. 11 of their dancers call Surrey home. Brotherhood performs and competes internationally. They've won numerous dance titles. For example, they won first place at the Vibe Dance Competition in Costa Mesa, California. Brotherhood was featured on NBC's World of Dance Season 2. They say that dance is a tricky sport, a tricky art. It's subjective and is judged based upon the opinion of others. Their philosophy is, don't take yourself too seriously and never let the opinions of others determine your self-worth. Just keep creating, inspiring, and remember your purpose. Our next finalist is Nina Bodev of Voix Creatives. Nina Bodev is an inspirator, heritage arts advocate, consultant, artist, mentor, and visual artist. She is a seeker of potentials and a creator of opportunities. Her fulfillment comes from seeing the arts thrive. Her advocacy nature of her work has created an interconnected and evolving cultural movement. As a systems influencer, innovator, thought leader, and community champion, Nina's philosophy and progressive ideas continue to inspire excellence in BC's arts and culture sector. With over 16 years in the creative management field, Nina Bodev is known to empower transformative ideation, incubation, and strategic planning for professional, emerging, and aspiring artists, organizations, and communities. Again, Nina Bodev. And our final finalist in this category is Alex Senga. Alex is with Share Vancouver LGBTQ Friends Society. He is a Surrey-based senior producer behind multiple international award-winning local short documentaries called, more specifically, My Name Was January. This documentary film is a celebration of someone by the name of January Marie Labuse. Her life as a transgender woman of color who was murdered in September 2012 in New Westminster, BC, continues to resonate with audiences nationally and globally. This film is about remembering the impact that January had on the lives of everyone she encountered. It's about uplifting our narratives and lived experiences of trans women of color. This film aimed to collectively liberate all marginalized and oppressed people. The film, My Name Was January, has garnered already many international awards and recognition in Canada, Norway, India, Spain, the UK, and the US. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Singa. And the award goes to the Brotherhood Dance Troupe. Wants you to dance.
Wow. Thank you guys so much. When we first originally made the dance crew, we never really thought about how far we would go. We just kind of wanted a team that we want where we could kind of all just be together. And a lot of us were born and raised in Surrey, and because of, if you guys don't know, there's a big hip-hop community in Surrey, especially in dance. Competitions all over the school districts. We have one of the biggest, I think, in Canada, in the world, of like how big our hip-hop community is, and we're so grateful for that, because if it wasn't for that community, we wouldn't be where we are today. A lot of the people that we were raised with, that we grew up with, we had a venture, we had this place that we could call our safety net, and we could be doing something so much better, and we're so happy that we had this in our lives. We thank the Guildford Rec Center, especially because I don't know if you guys ever go there to the gym, but that's us. Since we were kids, trying our best to just try our best having fun over there. And we never really had a studio of our own, and thankfully this month, actually a couple of days ago, our choreographer actually opened up a dance studio that we can call home. So thank you for this community. Thank you to all of you guys for everything that you do for us youth, and for us helping us grow up and calling this space our home, and like expanding for our future and seeing that there's so much possibilities for us. So thank you so much.
And this year we started a new award category called the Music Award. And the reason we did that, of course, because of our Music City initiative and the Music City Center office that's actually managed by Fusion Presents. But because music underscores everything in arts and culture and even tourism. So this award is going to be presented to an individual or company that either supports musicians or has excelled in the musical industry. So our first finalist, ladies and gentlemen, is Sammy Gawai. So Sammy is the director of Fusion Presents Limited. Founded in 2002, Fusion Presents provides quality entertainment to many venues throughout the Metro Vancouver region. The company and Sammy himself have provided entertainment for numerous events at the Surrey Arts Centre, the Surrey Museum, Fusion Festival, corporate events and spaces, including the Sheraton Hotel right here in Surrey. Sammy also provides entertainment for charities, such as the MS and Leukemia Societies. Sammy is also a member of the Board of Trade's Tourism, Arts and Culture team, and leads through his own time the Surrey Music City Centre initiative. Again, Sammy Gawai. Our next finalist is Renée. Ranch sing? Ranch has been playing music professionally in Surrey since 1984. In 2006, he started playing his own original music, sharing songs of love, peace, and touching on topics of bullying, alcohol abuse, and stories about Punjabi culture. He has played in folk festivals throughout North America, 7 hockey games, and at the 2010 Winter Olympics. He's performed on CBC Radio and CBC TV. To him, music is medicine, and the rewards he has witnessed are immense. Ladies and gentlemen, Renée. And our final finalist is Richard Tichelman. Richard has been actively pursuing a music career since the age of 14. From the Roxy nightclub to the Surrey Children's Festival, he has been hand-selecting his covers and originals. For over 5 years, Richard has won awards, received scholarships, and traveled across Canada and the U.S. to perform. He received the Don Weldon Memorial Award at the Calgary Stampede. He's been accepted in the CBC Searchlight competition. He's released 2 EPs, which included 7 new songs on Spotify and iTunes. And he's recorded 3 new songs in Los Angeles with the producers, the Trackheads. Richard Tichelman. And the award goes to Richard Tichelman.
If you didn't know, so this is pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you, Surrey. Thank you, Surrey Board of Trade. Thank you to everybody here today. Thank you to Rhonda and Heather for nominating me. I am absolutely honored to have grown up in the community that I've been brought up in. Such a warm, vibrant, welcoming place. And if I wasn't brought up here, I don't know where I might have been. To know that I had the resources and the community that I can fall back on and that support me and that support up-and-coming artists, and to see the support and the guidance that we have for young artists now, and even when I was growing up, is amazing. And to know that we're not done growing, and to know that there's more to come, is just such a wonderful thought. So this is for all that you guys have done for me and for all that you're going to do. So thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, you know that the arts and culture and tourism talent in Surrey is immense. And I want you to tell everyone in the Metro Vancouver region that Surrey is where it's at. So just some concluding remarks. I'm going to ask the winners, all of the winners, to approach the stage after I'm done, just for a group photo. And we do have a door prize donated by Elements Casino. It's a gift certificate for 2 free entries at the Molson Canadian Lounge and $50 free slot play. And the winner is Crystal Welson of the Royal Canadian Theatre. this morning at the 3rd Surrey Art and Business Awards. We look forward to the 4th Surrey Art and Business Awards, and can you believe it, the year 2020? And I just, events like this cannot happen without sponsors. So again, a round of applause to Kwantlen Polytechnic University. Our media sponsors, again, Surrey's radio station, Pulse FM. And the Surrey Now Leader Media Group. Ladies and gentlemen, make it a great day.